Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I don't usually do this kind of video, but today I've had a really annoying and stressful day with other road users, and I feel like I need a little bit of a rant, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. The amount of times today that I've been cut up, I've had people braking in front of me and just causing absolute chaos on the roads. It's infuriating as a professional driver that you're going to be the one that gets blamed for accidents that happen because of people's lack of attention to the road. It really does just make you think, where do these people get their licenses from? So the biggest problem on the road is tailgaters, I would say. They just literally constantly just getting right up behind you or skipping in front of you and slowing down right in front. Do they not understand that as an articulated lorry, we can be 44 tons fully freighted and we can't slow down the same way a car does? It really does baffle me, the lack of intelligence in some people. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then one of the favourite ones is the lane weavers. These people that think that it's really cool to just weave in and out of the traffic and have no consideration for anyone else's life but their own. Well, not even their own, to be fair. It just really baffles me that you can be so inconsiderate to everyone else on the roads. And the biggest thing as well that really gets on my grind is lane hoggers. The amount of times I'm on a motorway and I'll see that the slow lane, the inside lane, is empty, and you'll have somebody in the middle lane doing 40 miles an hour, totally oblivious to everything else that's going on around them. You can tell they're not even checking their mirrors, and as a HGV driver, we are not allowed out in the far lane. It's illegal, so we can't overtake them. We're literally stuck in the middle lane behind a car doing 40 miles an hour, and people wonder why we get behind them and get frustrated. It beggars belief. I know I'm having a rant and it's not something that I usually do, but I've just had one of those days today. Like, the amount of times I've nearly had an accident today through no fault of my own just baffles me. I know I've said that a few times now, but there's no other word for it. It's just insane. Don't even get me started on distracted drivers. We've all seen them, heads buried in their smartphones, obviously to the world, oblivious to the world around them, sorry. It's like suddenly brake for no reason or make erratic maneuvers because their attention's just elsewhere. It's terrifying to think that our safety is in the hands of someone who can't tear their eyes away from a screen for a few minutes. Put down the phone and focus on the road, for crying out loud. Honestly, it's just... So last but not least, let's not forget about the lack of respect for our vehicles. We spend hours upon hours on the road, delivering goods and keeping the economy moving, only to be treated as a nuisance by some road users. They'll cut us off, refuse to let us merge, or give us rude gestures as if we're one causing the traffic. Well, guess what? Without us, there wouldn't be any goods on the shelves, and your favourite stores, and the whole system would come crashing down. In conclusion, road users need to show more respect and consideration for HGV drivers. We're just trying to do our jobs. We're just trying to keep everything running. So, if you're not a HGV driver and you drive a car, please just be a little bit more aware, because we're having to deal with this every day, and all we want to do is do our job and go home to our families. And all these things that I've just mentioned can be the cause of us not going home one night. So please just think when you're on the road.